Okay, let's check out math for today. It is called Exploring Multiplication Patterns. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to be multiplying numbers by multiples of 10. And what that means are we're going to be multiplying numbers by numbers like 10, 100, and 1,000, and seeing if we can figure out the pattern that happens when we do that. Once we understand that pattern, it will allow us to use some strategies that will help us multiply bigger numbers in a quicker way, in an easier way, that hopefully you'll be able to use to make your math easier. So I'm just going to go through this review. It says use place value to multiply. It says use place value to multiply by 10, by 100, and by 1,000. So you know 5 times 1 is 5. So if you think about it, if you have 5 times 1, 10, you'd have 5 tens, right? You'd have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tens. And 5 times 100, you'd have 5 hundreds. And 5 times 1,000, you'd have 5 thousands. And here's how it looks in numbers. And one thing that I like to point out is when we're multiplying by 10, or even numbers that end in 0, because we're going to do it again down here. If there's 1 0 in our 10, then you'll find there's 1 added 0 in our answer. So 5 times 10 is 50. 5 times 100, 100 has 2 zeros. 500, 2 zeros. 5 times 1,000, right? It's just like doing 5 times 1, which is 5, and then adding 3 zeros in the back. So as you use multiples of 10, which are numbers like 10, 20, 30, this time we're using 30, the pattern kind of continues. We still have it. So you know 3 times 3 is 9, so it would make sense that 3 times 3 tens equals 9 tens. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to do 3 times 3, and that equals 9. And then we see we have 1 0, and we're going to make sure we've added that 1 0 to the back of the question. 3 times 300, same thing. 3 times 3 is 9. This time we have 2 zeros, and there's 2 zeros in the back. So 3 times 300s, 900s, and 3 times 3,000s, 9,000. So if you know 3 times 3, you can solve 3 times 3,000. It's just a matter of putting the extra zeros on the back to show that you multiplied 3,000. So it says try these. It says use base 10 blocks when they help, and you could do that using maybe virtual manipulatives. But you can also just do the math if you understand it. So I know 6 times 1 is 6. I know 6 times 10 is going to give me, okay, 6 times 1 is 6. And then there's 1 0 here, so I'm going to pop 1 0 on the back. So 6 times 1, 10 is going to give me 6 tens, which is 60. 6 times 100 is going to give me 6 hundreds, which is 600. Okay. Hopefully you are able to explore this pattern, and I love learning this because I found it understandable. I found it kind of easy, and it's fun to multiply big numbers easily. All I need to know is 6 times 1 is 6, but remember it's actually 6 times 1,000, so I need to put 3 zeros on the end to get it into the right place value. All right. And you're going to just do the same for question 2. Exploring those patterns. And then on the back side of the page, we just have lots of practice. And there's kind of a riddle. You've done things like this before if you've been in my class for a while. It says, why do rabbits make good mathematicians? So in this first one, 6 times 100, we know that answer because we already did it. That answer is 600. So that means in our cipher, which is a fancy way of saying our secret code, if we see the number 600, we need to put an A there. So let's go check it out. Is there 600? There is. I'm going to put an A there. So sometimes there won't be the number you're looking for. That's okay. But in this case, we have a 600. That's where the A goes. And you can go on and finish this. Let me see if I can find one that's a little trickier that might cause problems. Here's a good one. So down here, H is 5 times 60. So I want to think about 5 times 6. That's going to give me the answer of 30. And then I need to remember, okay, I ignored this 1 0. So I'm going to put this 0 back on. So I've got 5 times 60 equals 300, not just 30. And let's go check out the cipher, see if there's a 300 in there. Oh, there is. So I'm going to put my H down there. And then there is a stretch your thinking part. It says there are 40 quarters in a roll. How many quarters are there in 10 rolls? So if you have one roll of quarters, and there are 40 in each roll, how many quarters would you have if you had 10 rolls? Really interested to see how you answer this question. I think that's it. Good luck with your math today. Hopefully this video helped you.